Florida. I'm going to give you a look at my front. I am just leaving the house for the first time today. And I'm heading to my buddy's house. He doesn't drive. And he takes buses, ride shares, and he's got to go to the bank. He's got to go to the bank. He told me this yesterday, and I'm gonna run him over there. I gotta go get some gas. I forgot I had to get gas. So I'm gonna go get gas and then take him. So it's 10 after 2. It's 86 degrees, and that's because it's been overcast. The camera makes it looks a lot nicer than what it is. It's kind of, I don't know, it's funny, the camera makes it look like it's blue and white, but it's really kind of a hazy. It was like a grayish haze over everything. And we're preparing. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and we're preparing for rain, like torrential rain. Like they're saying 5 to 6 inches of rain coming. There's a disturbance out there in the Gulf of Mexico. They don't think it's going to form into anything other than maybe it could be a depression. I think it's a depression now, and they think it could form into possibly a tropical storm. You know, and then they try to make you feel better. They go, well, it could be a weak tropical storm versus a strong tropical storm. And I'm like, what's the difference there? Tropical storm's a tropical storm. Well, it could be 35 mile an hour winds versus 70 mile an hour winds. Okay. That's a big window, you know, wind speed wise. But, whatever. But yeah, so should have got to that house a little bit earlier. Yes, anyway, that's what's going on. And I'm sure if you look around, you know, like I said, we have a lot of canals, lakes, canals, and like a lot of finger canals that are spread out through the community. A lot of lakes, they use that to drain off water. And then you have like these main canals that run from the Everglades out to the ocean. And there's a series of these canals that they can drain water. If it starts to get if you get too much flooding, and they start, and it starts filling up the lakes and the smaller finger canals, they can drain it into the main canals, and they take that out to the ocean. And people know the drill. People know what to do. So we got a lot of people get gas because they're afraid that we could run out of, you know, if we lose power, stuff like that. We'll see. But I'm gonna pull up to the pump, step out for a second while I get gas. So just got some gas. Now I'm gonna go pick up my buddy. Take him to the bank. It's kind of weird. My buddy, 36 years old, never had a driver's license, has never driven a car, never driven a car. I find that pretty wild, you know. You don't really hear that. But he lived in the Northeast. He lived in the Boston area, he said. He worked in at a ski resort. Whatever, wherever he grew up, he didn't need a car. Everything was mass transit, buses and stuff like that. Whereas in Florida, the opposite. Florida's the opposite, right? Florida, in my opinion, we don't have like mass transit like you see in other parts of the country, right? Like here's a main road, right? This main road takes you down where there's like 10 blocks, right? It's like a mile long, and there's all these different streets to the right to go down to houses. Well, if anybody here wants to take a bus, they gotta walk all the way out to that main road, which is Oakland Park Boulevard. That's a hell of a walk, man. And if there's rain, if there's, our rain is terrible. I mean, it can come down, torrential. In a matter of, seconds, it can overwhelm you. You see the clouds coming then on top of you. So the thing about it is that they should on these main roads. They need more like buses. They need the buses to come down this road. But then the city's bulk, right? The cities don't want it because I think it's going to damage the roads. They don't want the buses going through their neighborhoods. Different mentality. Whereas you go up north, the buses are going right down the, some of the houses are right on main streets. And I think the amount of buses that they would need to accommodate everyone. And then over here, you got cars parked everywhere. They must have, it's football season. And Little League. The problem is land, right? They have all the areas. Like this guy's parked on the sidewalk. Like, how did he not get a ticket? What's crazy is they have these parks, right? And the parks are nice. They have 4 or 5 baseball fields, basketball courts, football fields. But when they have events, there's no parking. There's absolutely no parking. Buddy's waiting outside. Pick him up. What's up, dude?
Hey, buddy, how are you? Rough day?
Not a rough day, just
Busy day?
yeah, got to bed late.
Yeah.
And then I crashed. And I didn't get up until like 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sleeping in today. Good for you, buddy.
Normally I wake up.
No,
Like
I
I
know.
wake up all the time. Like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4
Yeah.
o'clock. I wake up, then I go back to bed. Always. But
Good you got some rest.
so like this morning I woke up. It's got their football games going.
Nice.
I used to do that, man. I used to be the officials doing that. They would assign 7 of us to a game. No, I think 5. There was 5. I was on a crew that did 7. And then we would officiate the first game started at like 8 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
and the last game finished up at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. We do 7 games, alternating, taking games off. But I don't know, I think they've shrunk the amount of teams there are. Because it used to go by weight limits.
Well, got some rest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I haven't even it's eat lunch now. Then, even though you can tell when I go, you're not worried about just yourself.
Right.
You got to worry about everyone.
How's Gio doing?
Good. He went to that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I used to catch the bus, pay 50 cents it was at the time.
Yeah.
From my mom's house. She'd take me to not this mall because the Sawgrass wasn't there yet.
Broward?
Broward Mall,
Yeah.
which is now called what? West
Something.
something. It was called the Broward Mall. I used to catch the bus there and used to walk around. I didn't even have any money.
Yeah.
Maybe I had $2, and I would just walk around the fucking me and my buddies.
Yeah.
Window shop, do this, do that, and then so.
Now it's $2 unless you get an all-day pass. Then it's $5.
My wife won't let him take the bus.
No.
No, she's too afraid. I'm like, what? He goes right here if he wants to Oakland Park Boulevard.
Right.
He can take his bike, throw it on the bike rack,
Yeah.
go to the mall,
Right.
chain it up somewhere, and walk around the mall.
Yeah.
How hard is it to go down right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that last weekend, and it cost me $150.
What did?
Him going to the mall.
Really?
Yeah, because
What
she
did you spend $150?
no, he didn't spend $150.
What did
my
you
wife,
spend?
my wife did.
What did she spend?
Because we picked dinner. Because we picked him up. She took him to the mall.
Right.
They didn't get done till like 5:36.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, we can go to dinner.
Yeah.
We can go to PF Chang's."
Yeah.
So we go to PF Chang's. I'm trying to go. They have these dinners like $20 a person,
Yeah.
and you get an appetizer, an entree, and
Yeah.
a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. But you got to make everyone buy what the special is.
Yeah.
The kids don't want the special. They want
Right.
something. They want this other stuff.
Right.
And then they don't want white rice. They want fried rice.
Right.
That's an upcharge. Next thing you know, it's $150.
Sorry.
It was supposed to be $80 plus tax and tip. No, it was $150 plus tip. It was like $175 dinner.
Yeah.
And it ain't worth it, dude.
No.
PF Chang's is not worth $150.
I've never been to PF Chang's. I've applied there.
It's a good. It's just glorified Chinese food.
Yeah.
You can go to a Chinese place and get a $5, $10 pint of something.
Yeah.
And it's just as good as, if not better than PF. Just to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Because it was very limited. The first time I went to it was in Bonita Springs, and they used to come out,
Yeah.
and they mixed they would mix the sauce for you, and the food was kind of cool. You hadn't seen that before. Now it's like, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah. I applied there. I got the job, and then a day later they decided that I didn't have the job. It was weird. It was
What were you gonna do then?
I don't know, wash dishes or bus. But I was going to Florida State, I guess, to visit my sister at the time. She was graduating or something. So it was like on a Friday, and we had the Florida State trip. And then I would come back, and hopefully I had the job, but I didn't.
Strange.
Yeah. Things happen for a reason, you know?
Yeah, man. Somebody watching sports.
Yeah.
Somebody
I
watching.
just started watching some football. I was sleeping.
Probably.
Yeah, I woke up at 1:30, and I came downstairs, put on some football. I was watching Texas A&M and Missouri, and Texas A&M was winning 34-0, and Missouri just scored, so it's 30. I meant
What half was it?
34-0, and they scored
Was it the second?
Second half.
I was gonna say that. You never know in college football.
Right.
You can see a game. It's 40-something to nothing, and they're like in the second quarter.
Right. Well, A&M was 25th, and Missouri was 9th, so
Yeah.
it was a little shocking for me. But I wanted A&M to win because that looks good on our resume because we beat A&M the first game of the season. So if they keep winning, then it's a quality victory for Notre Dame.
Like I was telling you before,
Yeah.
that don't mean nothing anymore.
I know.
With the college football rankings,
Yeah.
don't matter.
Yeah.
The quality wins and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That didn't win. Like when they used to vote for the
BCS.
BCS.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing anymore.
Yeah.
People complained about that a few years ago, so then they made it into the playoff system.
Right.
Now you got to be part of a conference, and you got to come in the top two in a conference or something.
Yeah.
So that whole thing now with quality wins and strength of schedule,
Yeah.
that don't mean anything.
Well, it still looks nice.
Oh, it looks good.
On paper, yeah.
Listen, it all looks good as long as you win the whole ball of wax.
Yeah.
You can have the greatest schedule in the world, the hardest schedule in the world,
Right.
and you can sweep it.
Right. If you don't win it, don't mean shit.
Don't mean nothing.
Yeah. And Notre Dame's probably not going to win the whole thing anyway.
You never know. Alabama's, I don't know. It's like when you watch college football. I mean, anything can happen, right?
Right.
But when you see the top 2, 3, 4 teams,
Yeah.
There's a clear,
Cream of the crop.
like something really weird would have to happen for
Yeah.
them not to win.
Right.
He's gonna pull on the door like he does every time, and it's never. Yep, he forgot something.
Hey, John.
What'd you forget?
My card.
Where's it at?
I think it might be in my pants.
All right,
I'm sorry, John.
that's okay. We'll go back and get it.
Yeah. It wasn't in my wallet.
I don't even know now. I was just thinking this. I go, well, I remember college football back in the day
Yeah.
when they had the writers poll, the coaches poll,
Right.
and then at the end of the year,
They would.
you would go to you go to a bowl.
Yeah.
You know, they used to play what, like 11, 12 games.
Yeah.
I think it was like the regular season was like 10 games,
Yeah.
and then the bowl would be the 11th game.
Right.
Now I don't know what the freak they're playing all kinds of games, right?
Yeah.
They play like 12 game seasons, and then they have a championship game.
And then there's like 2 playoff games.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'm
win,
like-
or 3 playoff games. you
I'm
gotta
like, what are they gonna do now? Are they going to
win. Trying to make it like an NFL season.
yeah, but you know what? How can you do that when you have a transfer portal that opens up in December?
Right.
How can you do that? How can you? And coaches are leaving. Listen, if I was the public, or if I was a fan, or whatever it is,
Right.
and like Notre Dame, where Kelly left,
Yeah.
and they had a chance at a national title then, didn't they? Didn't
They had
have
a chance at a playoff.
playoff.
Yeah.
No, man, that ain't right.
No,
They should put a moratorium, like
you
on,
gotta
like,
finish out the season
They have
at least.
they have a moratorium. Like you can't prevent kids from not playing,
Right.
right?
Right.
I mean, if they're not going to play, they're not going to play.
Right.
But coaches leaving
Yeah.
because, and that's all created by the NCAA
Right.
because of the transfer portal in December. These teams want coaches in place,
Right away.
right? So
Not only the transfer portal, recruiting. Recruiting is much more important than
right?
it
Because
ever been.
then because they started the early signing period, right?
Right. There's 2 signing periods
It
now.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It's not good. It's not good for their current, because if you really think about it, when I was in college, I graduated in December.
Yeah.
I didn't graduate in June,
Yeah.
like most, a lot of kids do.
Yeah.
And I graduated in December, and they're like, well, you can come back and walk the stage and whatever,
Yeah.
but you got to come back in June.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't coming back in June. See ya. You'll send me the
Send it in the
diploma
mail.
in the mail. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And that's what happens, right? These kids, now you got kids, the way they do the college, high school now.
Yeah.
Some kids, the kids approach, like, I didn't really know this, but a lot of, I thought, I was in this deal where you went to school
Yeah.
and everyone graduated in June.
Right.
Well, that's not happening now.
They're trying to get them to graduate
They
early.
have a
to get them in camp early.
They have in high school now, because I know this through my son, right?
Yeah.
They have a certain amount of courses that are mandated.
Right.
Like by the state of Florida, you have to take these courses.
Right.
And you got to pass them.
Right.
Once you take those mandated courses and you pass them,
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
You could be a junior in high school and you're done.
Yeah.
Your senior year could be all elective courses. You could
Right.
take, as long as you passed all those mandated courses, you don't have
My
to worry.
senior year was all elective courses.
It's all elective. So
But they to take it even a step further is some of these kids they approach these kids, and it doesn't matter if they're good academically or not. They approach these kids, they talk to the administrators, they try to get these kids to graduate like a semester early or a year early, get them in fall camp early, get them in fall camp at 16 or 17 years old, and try to develop them. There's a Ryan Williams kid from Alabama, 17 years old, dominating grown-ass man, and he should be a fucking senior in high school,
who's that? The kid from Alabama?
Yeah,
They call him the next Julio Jones.
Yeah.
He's only 17.
yeah,
No, they have a lot of. I don't like. I just don't like how. I mean, if you're a kid that graduates and you enroll early
yeah,
in January,
yeah,
to me, I don't see the benefit of it.
yeah,
What, you're gonna be able to do spring practice?
yeah,
And you're gonna be able to. I would tell a kid, listen, enjoy
your high school.
your high school, man. Just because you can go to spring practice, who cares?
Yeah,
If you're a 5-star recruit, it ain't gonna matter.
right,
It ain't gonna matter. Trust me, it ain't gonna matter. When you walk on the campus in August or September,
right,
or you can enroll in early in the summer,
yeah,
getting spring practice in, forget it.
right,
When you get to play the spring game,
yeah.
no. They're in a rush now.
They get to practice with the team when they are in the bowl now.
But here's the thing, right? They talk out of both sides of their face.
Right.
They talk about how they want to, the kids, the pressure, this and that.
Yeah.
But they've done everything in their power
To create the pressure.
to create the pressure.
Right.
The transfer portals,
Right.
this, the that.
Right. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because listen, I always tell you, and I always harp on it, and to the day I die, and I always tell you,
Money's the root of all evil.
it is.
Yeah.
It's all about money. And I know it sometimes, and you're the other side of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I listen when you talk. And
Sometimes.
I go, no.
I'm just
No, I mean, I listen to you, but sometimes you go to that. Sometimes you put in the you try to give it a different aspect.
Right.
Oh
A
no,
different
John.
spin.
John, they're like, they're doing it because of this.
Right.
And I'm going, no, man,
Right.
they're doing it because of money.
Right.
And you're like, no. Years, small business advisory board, and I used to go in, and we all had this to discuss our grand plan.
Yeah.
What was
Word
the
shit?
What was the first thing they said?
Money.
How much is it going to cost?
Right.
How much is it going to cost? And then the second,
Right.
no, it was always money. And
Of course.
it's right after money. Everything's money.
Yeah. And then that shit gets just old after a while.
Like, so they go, we're going to support Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to support them? Well, we're going to send them 28 billion. What? Yeah, 28 billion. Or this person's running for office.
Right. How are they?
And they can win. We can win the office
If we send them money.
if we send them money.
Yeah.
Not if the guy gets out or the woman gets out and campaigns more.
Right.
Because they can't campaign unless you're paying for their private jet
Right.
that they can wrap with their name on it.
Right.
Or the bus, or whatever the hell they're going to do.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, no, man.
Sorry, John,
For what?
for getting my card.
No big deal. What's that package that I got to do?
I don't know. I gotta scour pants and find my card.
Go get your card.
Go get it.
Why do you slam the door? He slams the door every single time. Try not to slam the door. You're gonna break the window, dude. I'm telling you, the window is gonna fall. And it's gonna cost me, because I had to replace the window in the past. I think everyone, if you have a car long enough, you put your windows up and down long enough, one day you hear the dreaded ping, and the window drops like a rock. And then you go somewhere, they buy the apparatus and they put it on. I've seen it. It's a system of pulleys and cords. And it snaps and the thing drops like a rock. There's like a scissor. It's like a big scissor in there. And it folds down, the window comes down, it goes up, and the window rises up. And then it has a series of cords that, in order the scissors to go up and down, with a little motor. And the cord breaks, and it's gonna fall down. So if those of you who are just joining, I was just chatting with my buddy, and I drove him from his house to the bank, and he forgot his ATM card, his debit cards, and I gotta bring him home, grab his card again, see if he can find it, and then I'll bring him back. So that's what we're doing. 20 to 3, 89 degrees. Hope he finds his card. Since I've known him, he's lost his card 3, 4, 5 times. Now, I bank with Chase, and Chase is a little bit better. They give you an option of having a physical card, which I do, plus a virtual card. I don't know, I think maybe all the banks do it, I don't know. But then I can open up the virtual card and put it over the ATM machine, and I can withdraw or deposit. I can do my banking. Let's see. If you can't find it, I don't know if it's gonna come out. Telegram, WhatsApp, Coin Tracker, Jamie Foy.
You're gonna make fun of me.
You can find it?
Yeah, but you're gonna make fun of me.
Where was it?
It's in my wallet.
Of course it was.
Sorry, John.
Of course it was. Hey, don't you guys have like a virtual? Don't you have like a virtual card?
No, I don't think so.
Bank doesn't offer a virtual card.
And they probably do. I just don't have it.
Cause see, like
I guess gotta right.
the ATM, it's ATM,
Right.
and I can take my phone.
I should probably do that.
I can take the card, and you touch the thing, and you just use the ATM.
I'm sorry I made you go through all that trouble, John.
It's not my first rodeo with you, dude.
Well,
Not my first rodeo.
I could still feel bad, John. Can't I?
You can feel bad.
Okay.
It shows that you care,
Yes.
but not my first rodeo. Nothing surprises me.
anymore. Yeah.
What I should have done is when you got in the car, I should have said, "Hey, you got your card."
Yeah. Probably should have.
But I can tell you this: I have a big therapy. I have a therapy that's about this big.
Yeah.
And for 2 weeks, I couldn't find my blood pressure cuff.
Oh shit.
And I thought I left it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was using, when I went to people's houses, I would use their blood pressure cuff. Rolled out of somewhere. But I was like pissed. I was like, you know, how is it that contemplating getting a new car?
Oh, yeah?
Well, a newer car.
Yeah.
Cause see how my transmission just
You
screwed
got
up.
some money saved?
Yeah. I go buy one. I got pretty decent credit.
Yeah.
I don't need to put it down, payment down or anything. I can just walk in, sign and drive.
Nice.
They call that sign and drive.
Yeah. Nice. What are you gonna get? Another van?
You know, there's been a lot of thinking going on about this.
You're getting a Corvette, I knew it.
Yeah. Days are gone, bro. I gotta turn off for a second. Let me go that way.
Okay. I was just making a joke.
You see, right now my transmission's stuck in one gear
Oh no.
because I'm having electronic issues.
Oh shit.
Let's see if I do this, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll reset.
Right.
So let me see. Yeah, see. It's hard. So, but the type of car.
Yeah.
So, you make money with your car.
Right.
You can drive Uber. You can drive Lyft. You can do Uber Eats. And then I like going, you know, when I go on trips.
Yeah.
My wife's car is a nice car.
Yeah.
But to be perfectly honest with you, it ain't the most comfortable thing in the world.
No. The
It's-
Batmobile is not comfortable?
It is, unless
That's what I call it, the Batmobile.
I'm a big dude, man.
Yeah.
I need room.
Yeah.
And when you get when I used to drive trucks, I used to have big seats.
Yeah.
It didn't matter how small or big you were. It was just comfortable.
Right.
Sometimes you get in certain cars like Hondas, it's just too small. And then if you go on trips and stuff, it's hard to pack. You know, with my van, listen, I go to my brother's house.
Yeah. How's he doing?
Good.
Which brother, the cop?
Yeah. And like the other day, we went to his house a couple weeks ago.
Right.
It was me, my wife, and Giovanni, my dad.
How's he
And-
doing?
Oh, he's doing good. I put
No,
seven.
say hello for him?
Yeah, sure. I put 7 people in the car,
Yeah.
in this car,
Yeah.
and we all drove up
You
together.
gotta load up the Arby's too.
Huh?
You gotta load up the Arby's.
Yeah. So yeah, I took 7 people,
Nice.
and so it helps with not taking 2 cars.
Right. But what version are you gonna get?
You
We
know,
got sidetracked. I just want to know what kind of car you're thinking about.
probably one of these again.
Same model?
Same model, but newer.
Yeah.
Has all the bells and whistles. Like this don't have all the bells. It's so funny. It has this and but it doesn't have all the new stuff.
Yeah.
Like my sister just got a new car.
Yeah.
She bought the exact same car.
Yeah.
Well, she had a car accident.
Oh no.
The car was totaled.
Right.
She's fine.
Good.
But just the way it hit, the guy hit her car,
Yeah.
it messed up all kinds of stuff and it totaled it out.
Yeah.
She had a Lexus IS 250.
Yeah.
So now she just bought a Lexus IS 350.
Okay.
It's the exact same car,
Right.
just a bigger motor. Instead of 4 cylinders and 6 cylinders.
Okay.
And the first thing she said to me, I'm like, this was your chance to get a new car.
Yeah.
And she goes, I like my car. And this one's got all the bells and whistles. Like it has all the updated electronics.
Yeah.
And now, if you drive a car, so if I'm driving my car and I go to change lanes,
Yeah.
and there's a car next to me, like in my blind spot,
It beeps.
I have no alarm.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be beeping me going, hey, motherfucker,
Yeah.
right?
Some of the cars they beep or they change
They
seats
beep.
for you.
Or it won't let you.
Right.
Like, it'll let you, but the steering wheel becomes hard.
Right.
And you're like, why is it so hard? Because there's a car next to you, or you get a little light on the rear, on the side mirror there that lights up. So what happens is, or it has crash detection. Like if you're going too fast up to a car, like my wife's car. If I come flying up behind someone, it won't let me get too close. It'll hit the brakes.
That's cool.
It'll slow me down.
Yeah.
Right? And
then you got the back camera, right?
I have one on this. She has one, but what happens now with this, because they've had so much advances in the safety part of it,
Yeah.
if your car doesn't have it, the insurance starts going up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so where it used to be cheaper to have an older car,
Yeah. It's more expensive.
now it's becoming more expensive because they want you to have all the up-to-date safety stuff, features. So at one point I was paying like $150 a month for car insurance. Now it's up to like $200 something a month. Because of the lack of safety features. It's the same thing with cell phones, right?
Yeah.
Every time they come out, the new model's got something new.
Yeah. But
They're-
it's the
I
same
think-
thing. Yeah.
They're starting to run out of stuff now.
Yeah. You can only get a new camera every time, you know.
I can tell
It's
you
got
this:
panoramic view.
when I
don't give a fuck.
when I was buying my phones,
Yeah.
I picked the phone that had the best camera.
Yeah.
That's all I was interested in.
Yeah.
Because I had a kid,
Yeah.
a young kid, was taking a lot of pictures.
Nice.
Now
Yeah.
I don't take a lot of pictures of my kid.
No. He's too old now.
Yeah, he don't want this picture taken. Yeah,
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
absolutely. I wish he'd start slamming the door. He'll swipe it again, it's not going to open. Oh, it did open. But normally it doesn't open and then he walks to the side of the building and does something over there. TD Bank. This green bank has achieved an LEED certification. Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design is a globally recognized certification for the design, construction, and operation of high performance, environmentally sustainable buildings. They're closed, dude. It's funny, the bank closes at 1 o'clock, but I always see everyone comes and tries to go in. This is a smoke-free green store. Please do not smoke within 25 feet of the entrance. Nice. I'm surprised there's banks anyway, being buildings, like little branches. I remember when I used to go to the bank when I was younger, 30 years ago. You walk into, like, it was a bank called Great Western. You'd walk in, there'd be 4 or 5 people at teller windows helping you. There'd be 3 people working in the drive-through area. You'd have 3, 4, 5 people working at the customer service desk that are processing new account openings, mortgages, the whole thing, right? Now, my current bank, Chase, you walk in, you gotta do everything yourself. There's like no tellers. They have like 2 people that are walking around to help people. They have all these cubicles with desks that there's no one sitting at. And then they have, like I said, they have 2 people walking around. You go up to this like ATM machine. You got to do all your own banking. If you have an issue, they walk over and they'll assist you, right? But it's almost comical. That's why I think being in the bank industry is the hard thing, you know. I think at some point, it's almost all going to be online. Everything's going to be online. You're going to call up. The customer service number is going to be. It's all automated. I have a credit card that if I have to ask for assistance, I have to pay a fee. An additional fee.
I'm savoring the moment, John. Next week's check isn't gonna be that big.
So these guys run to grab the door,
Yeah.
and I don't think they know the bank's not open. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe they.
But the guy, look. The
Yeah.
guy's looking around.
Yeah.
Of course, the bank is closed.
Well, maybe they'll use the ATM. Not for loss.
I never used the ATM for the deposits and stuff,
Yeah.
because what happened was back in the day when you walked up to the teller
Yeah.
and the person helped you,
Yeah.
if you deposited a check,
Yeah.
it was put into your account right away.
Yeah.
Or if you deposit cash, it was
You
put
only
in.
get a certain amount if you put it in.
Now, yeah, when you put it in the machine,
You get
that-
100 right away.
and you gotta
then
wait 3 days for some.
for the rest or something.
Yeah, because they want to make sure it clears before you spend it.
Right.
Because that was a big scam, right?
Yeah.
One of the big frauds that people were doing, right?
Yeah.
They would deposit legitimately. They were using fake IDs.
Yeah.
They open up a bank account. They put like $1,000 in it,
Right.
and then they would go around to other banks
Yeah.
and open up accounts
Yeah.
under different names.
Yeah.
And they would write a check from one bank to the $1,000 bank and put it here.
Yeah.
They would get credited for a certain amount of money. Then they go over there, they'd open up like 10 accounts in a day,
Yeah.
and then they go depositing bad checks,
Yeah.
and then they go around and within a day or 24 hours, and when the money became available, taking it out,
Yeah.
and then everything would hit the fan,
Yeah.
and people were using it was all fake. So now what they do, you gotta wait
You saw Catch Me If You Can?
I've heard about it. I don't know what it's about.
Leonardo DiCaprio's
Oh, no.
cross country writing fake checks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a thing.
You should see it if you can find it. It's a good movie. And Tom Hanks in it too, Christopher Walken.
I
Pretty
remember.
good movie.
I forgot who it was, but my ex-girlfriend. They caught someone in her parking lot in a stolen car, and the guy had the police. He had all kinds of checkbooks and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go back to the days where I had a cashing card at Publix.
Yeah.
You went to Publix and you asked them for a check cashing card.
Yeah.
So when you got a check or something, you could actually go to Publix and you could cash that check at Publix.
Yeah.
And they use that card as like identification, something or another.
Yeah. They don't do that anymore, huh?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
They might. And I've seen people still. I was at the bank. I was at Publix the other day, and some of the Publix now have self checkout, and some
Did we
don't.
go to Mr. Grocer?
Oh yeah.
I think part of the shopping center was closed because of a power outage. I hope Mr. Grocer wasn't.
Oh, really?
The infield was closed because of a power outage.
This morning.
And Alley's.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they were closed for the day because of power
The
outage.
place that you usually go to.
For breakfast, yeah.
So where'd you guys go?
We went to Denny's near Sawgrass.
That's all right sometimes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Sometimes it's cheaper.
Yeah, it probably was cheaper.
Yeah.
Small business. They give you more food too.
Yeah. That's why it's hard. You go to like I went to Denny's and you get like a slam
Yeah.
and you get a ton of food
Yeah.
and it's like $9,
Yeah.
and you go to Alley's and it's more like 15,
Right. Or 20.
and you don't get as much.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're supporting our small business. Whatever.
I had that conversation with my dad.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Walmart, he goes, oh, the prices are so much cheaper. And I go, well, let me ask you a question. You go to Walmart, and everything is self-checkout,
Right.
except for like 2 things.
Right.
Whereas Publix, they have 10 registers.
Right.
6 of them have live people.
Right.
Then you got the people that are bagging the stuff.
Right.
You're supporting them.
Right.
And you're supporting, they hire a lot of people who have issues at Publix.
Right.
I go, so pick your poison.
Right.
You want to go for the lower prices,
Right.
or do you want to support the
people?
But now Publix is changing. I was just saying, I went to Publix, and
Can I get the analogy?
yeah, they're bringing in some of the stuff. It's like,
It might be closed. I hope the whole shopping center isn't closed off.
oh, there's a lot of cars out there though.
Yeah. Well, maybe Alley's reopened. It
Let me
said it
tell
was
ya.
closed for the day when we went there at like
Well,
7:30.
Well, they're only open for lunch, breakfast
Yeah, I
and
know.
lunch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they don't have time
Doesn't
to
make a difference.
yeah. But see other cars out there.
Yeah.
The place has their lights on and stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if the infield is open. Because it didn't look like it was open before. I'm not them saying that to get a drink.
I think if they were all closed,
Yeah.
I think you wouldn't see these cars here.
Yeah. Maybe Alley's reopened. Maybe it came back. Maybe the power came back on or something.
Yeah.
Don, you want a snack?
Just a drink.
Do you do?
Do you do?
And a candy bar?
That's fine.
Have a little mail, huh?
What do you got here? Let's go through here and see what's any news. 850, 880.
I have never voted for a Democrat. But this year, I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Nice. She's voting for Harris. First time ever.
Well, you guys are,
There you go. Who cares?
this isn't like one of those Nickelodeon,
No one cares.
morning shows that we have, like,
So if
pros and cons.
the crap goes sideways, we can blame you.
Like, this is like a big deal. And with big deals come the ability to make big decisions. And you've got to make difficult decisions at times, and then there's sometimes those people involved make those decisions easier. Isaac Lowenkron has been suspended from the show. Right, moving forward. If you were listening earlier, Isaac was with us in hour one, and you're probably thinking, come on, you and Isaac get along great. We've known each other. This is nothing
What's
personal.
going on?
But Isaac and I are
People going in there to get their waxing, color, tinting, henna tattoo, hair,
So, well, Isaac's a good person, but
lashes, $10.
see a lot of these teams in the playoffs.
Nuevos Clientes? Celentes? I don't know. I can't ever talk. This lady standing in the. What, this lady standing in the middle of the parking lot. Oh, blocking the car. That's pretty funny. Don Carlin's, my go-to place for Cuban. I haven't been there in a while.
Larry Arrington and like Brian, whatever it is. Like if it was that show, maybe they wouldn't have the power to do that. But we do on this show. So lesson learned. Next time Isaac breaks into the show with news that pays him.
Did you see me, John?
Huh?
I was making a joke. I was looking like I couldn't find the car.
Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention.
I was making a joke.
I saw you coming out.
Yeah.
That,
always tease me.
that would be pretty funny.
Like now I can't tell you because now you're gonna expect it. God damn it.
Look at that Cybertruck.
That's pretty sweet. I like the red.
Yeah, they had it wrapped because they come stainless steel. But I've seen people make them red. They
I
can
do.
make them red.
Oh, they
make
got
'em-
some graffiti on there. What
Yeah.
did it say? I don't even know.
So let's see. The infield, all about Catholic. Looks like everything. I don't see anything on. What is this?
A little ice cream.
Son of a bitch. You're spoiling.
Yeah, well, you do more than your share for me.
What time do the Canes play?
10:30.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're playing in California.